Hey guys, Infinity with GameReplays.org back here today. It's been a while since I've done a BfME2 commentary, so thought I would get another one going for you guys. So I'm not done 2 versus 2 yet, but this one is apparently a really good watch. So this is a replay that was posted, I believe, earlier this week. It's between two players from my uh, clan in PoW. So this is between Clever and Memories, who is also known as Andy, and he just actually came back from a very long absence from Battlefield Alert 2. I think Andy hasn't played this game since the servers shut down. So it's nice to see him back again. Very good player. Originally, I think he was a Witch King player before he joined PoW years ago. Very good player, very cool guy, great 2 versus 2 player. And they're both playing against two players that have been very active in the Clan Wars month, I think, Word and SeAkAnGaRo. So it's a matchup. Both the PoW players are men, the men faction, so double men. And then Word and SeAkAnGaRo are the men and Mordor combo. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is on the map Udin. This is the original Battlefield 2 Udin skin. I know there's several variations of that now in the latest patches. There's several different skins. So on the bottom we have PoW Clever, the men player. We have Memories, also the men player. And then on the top right we have Word, who is the men player. And then on the top left we have Mordor. SeAkAnGaRo is the Mordor player. So this is a map Udin. This was probably the most popular 2 versus 2 map after Buckland when Clan Wars was active years ago. So it's a very, very simple, almost just straight map that promotes straight action. There's no layers or anything. There's just one signal fire in the middle. We see the Mordor player using eyes, so he knows that their opponents are both double men. Now with the double men, typically what you'll see is one player going cavalry, the other player going infantry to start. So there's kind of that complement there. So you have kind of that different unit mix on the field early. So Mordor's going a 2 slaughterhouse, looks like two slaughterhouse orc pit, slaughterhouse palace start. And then he's going for another, I think this is another palace here. Yeah, so he's kind of getting early pike, so he knows his opponent has cavalry. So Clever's going cavalry, and Andy's gone. Looks like he went 2 farms, racks, 3rd farm, and now he's got archery range. So he's gonna have a nice unit mix out early. And then the top right men player, Word, he's sort of gone for the common sort of eco start. Now this is interesting because I believe, was this Andy? Yeah, Andy just scouted. So he didn't realize that his opponent, the men player at the top, was going cavalry. But because he did eco start and he's going right for Rohirrim, Andy's going to be able to get this farm down. He's going to be able to put some pressure on, and Clever's doubling. So they're going to have it's a nice decision to double. And Clever's used rally call very nice. So he's caught both the soldier and the knight. So now the stable forward is level 2, but he's going to lose a lot of his eco. He's got a Rax coming up, but he's going to lose a lot of his starting farms. I think this one's going down, and then I don't think this was. I know SeAkAnGaRo's trying to defend his opponent, but with Clever's start, he knows that he only went a 2 farm start to stables. So if he sends all of this down to Clever, there's a good chance he takes down the stables and almost a lot of his eco with his rush. Now, he's doing that now with his second rush, so he's trying to defend.
Hold on.
But right now, Word has lost a lot of his eco. He's got a Rohirrim out, so he'll be able to defend himself now. And then Mordor certainly is helping him defend as well. Now this will be interesting because we'll see. Clever doesn't have a stables out yet, and he's getting some towers here to try to help defend. But the Mordor has buffs, so we'll see how quickly this stables might go down. The stables with the buff. No, he's going for the towers first. But with the buff, I don't know. Is that the right decision? He could have. Okay, I don't think he'll be able to take the stables down. Towers are going to be able to defend him quite well. We see this kind of nice unit mix from Andy. He's trying to. Okay, he got kind of stuck there, so his archer and soldier kind of got stuck in the Mordor clump, and so now Word was able to kind of trample his archers. So a little bit unfortunate, but. So, okay, so Clever's basically, he's going to be easily to defend a stable. Now this is, I don't know if this is the right move here, sending these two orcs, there's no pikes to protect them. That's essentially going to be feeding Clever power points. Let's look at what the Mordor player is doing. He's got a second pit up, let's see how many slaughterhouses he has. So Clever's on 4 farms, Memories is on, this might be 6 or 7 farms. Word is still kind of trying to recover, basically, from that initial push, that initial double that both Memories and Clever did. I'd expect Mordor to have a Nazgul out fairly soon. I mean, he's still got that nice unit mix. He's trying to double. Clever's finally okay. So he's got his racks coming up now, and so he'll have his infantry on the field soon. Now Memories, he's going for a second racks. I don't know if that was the wisest decision. I guess my personal preference maybe would have been to get a hero like Éomer out, because Word has Rohirrims on the field. So, I mean, with Éomer out, you can easily level him, and he just got splashed with the spear throw, so that's a deterrent, basically, from these Rohirrims attacking his base. And Word has to be careful, too, because he could lose this Rohirrim battalion, which I think what are these? These are 750? Yeah, so they're expensive, so... and that was kind of I mean, he didn't lose both battalions, but it was kind of I don't know if that was the greatest decision to go after an archery range there. So now we have Clever sort of on the defensive. The Mordor player's really been untouched, so I mean he can be expanding, you know, as much as he wants. He can basically expand all the way up to here, because he's basically not been touched the whole game. The thing with Clever, though, he's got a nice defense around his fort with all those towers, so he's going to be able to keep his... He still hasn't lost his starting 2 farms. You know, he lost his stable, I think, but... yeah, if I'm the Mordor player, he should have more than enough money at this point for a Nazgul. I don't know why he hasn't got a Nazgul out yet. There's really nothing at this point that can defend. Okay. Word's trying to defend the best he can, and Mordor, you know, I would mix in maybe 1 Orc Archer or 2. You know, he's kind of just spamming pikes and orcs. You know, mix in an Orc Archer or 2, that'll help deal with the infantry a lot better than just sending a bunch of melee units like pikes and orcs. Clever's trying to put pressure now on the Mordor. He knows that he hasn't put pressure on him the whole game, so he's at least trying to hit the eco a little bit of the Mordor player. And he's also harassing with Rohirrim, so I think this is he hasn't lost. That's his only Rohirrim battalion, if I remember correctly, from the start of the game that he hasn't lost. So it's good that he has had that. Now Mordor's making a big push. I don't know if this is. Now see, if it was me, I don't know if I would have used. Oh, this is Word. Okay. Yeah, they're trying to. This is So this is interesting. I was thinking it was Clever that was using his hobbits defensively, but this is Word. So they're trying to double. So Clever's under a lot of pressure right now. You know, I don't think if I'm the Mordor player, I want to. He got the racks down here. This is well protected. Like, go for the peripheral farms. You know, try to limit Clever's CP. So in the meantime, top right looks like we have more battalions. Looks like Andy's got Boromir out. So. And he's just got this constant mix of infantry that he's been sending. And really, if you think about it, Andy hasn't really been touched that much too. I think there was a few he lost his archery range a little bit at the start. And he just got back. He just, he's just getting back into the gist of things because he hasn't played in a while. So he's let's look at how many CP he has. He has 750, so he's expanded quite well. You know, he's got Boromir out. And now Mordor, okay, so what Mordor's trying to do, if I had to guess, I think he's trying to put pressure on Andy right now. Andy doesn't have... Okay, he should be able to defend this. He might lose this archery range, but I don't know. Again, this is not eco. I mean, Andy's eco's been basically untouched. So, I mean, he's going to get this archery range down. Mordor should really be going for some of the eco. And then Andy's just doing an excellent job of just kind of keeping the men player sort of entrenched a little bit. The med player really hasn't been able to have much impact on the game, I think, because he was pressured at the start with the double. And then he went for that early Rohirrim. We can see Mordor use the defensive barricade to help some of the defense anyway. Now, did Andy lose Boromir? No, Boromir's down here. He's defending. He might have lost him earlier, but he's back. Again, you lose a farm and an archery range. I think was that farm level 1? I think that farm was level 1. So again, it's not really that big of an impact. Some good teamwork and defense here. And that's a level 2, so nice job. That was about to turn level 3. So you can see Mordor finally got a Nazgul out and was trying to help defend that. That's actually a pretty big loss for Word. Word is down, he's CP capped right now. And he's lost all of his initial farms, I think. This one just turned level 2 a few minutes ago. I'm curious what his plan is. So he's got Boromir out, nice usage. Horn, Bombadil. Is that arrow volley? They're trying to take out the cavalry. Yeah, so that's a very nice combination of powers there. Memories has almost 3k. He could go for Aragorn at this point. He's got a nice, infantry-based army. Aragorn would probably be a nice addition. And he's kind of CP capped too, so he would need to kind of expand a little bit more. Clever, he's trying to put pressure on the Mordor player. Let's see how Mordor should have just an insane economy right now, right? Yeah, he's got 800 CP. He's got 2 palaces. One's a level 3 orc pits. And I kind of think at this point a fell beast probably is the best option right now. Mordor's trying to to help defend. He's gonna lose this farm, I think. Yeah. So Word does not have any current level 2s. Clever is, while Mordor's distracted, he's doing the good thing, and he's trying to hit the Mordor player, at least take down some of his eco while Mordor's defenses are down. So Mordor has, I'm guessing that's what he's doing. He's trying to get a Fell Beast. That's probably the right decision. It definitely would have a major impact on the game, because Andy, at this point, yeah, no archery range. There's really nothing to counter a Fell Beast right now. So I'm assuming once he gets enough CP, did he just rebuy his Nazgul? I kind of would have just went for the Fell Beast there. There's really nothing that could counter it at this point in the game. I don't know how close the power points are. Let's look at the power points. So we got Rally Call, we got Bombadil. Forget after this if it's Rangers or Rohirrim on this path. Then on memories, let's see, Andy he went for Rally Call, Wood, and Arrow Volley, so he's not close to 15 at this point. Mordor, he's gonna have 15. Is that Worm? I think he's probably gonna have Worm. I don't think he would have Barrage. So now Clever has Theoden out. Let's see, there's just so much action going on. Yeah, okay, Andy, there's Aragorn. So Aragorn's made his entrance on the field of battle. Mordor's kind of got this nice mix army going down. He's going to try to attack Andy. He's probably going to have to defend or go back. Let's take a look at what Mordor is. Mordor bought a Fell Beast yet? No, he hasn't bought a Fell Beast yet. And he's okay. So he's got one Nazgul with this kind of group here, and then he's got another trying to defend. And I don't. Okay, and there's Worm right there. Okay, so I don't know if that's the greatest usage. I mean, he's got a few things down, but he's not going to get the level. He's not going to see. These are Clever's 2 initial. Well, I think this was not an initial one. This is an initial farm here, and the Worm just died really quickly to these 4 towers. So I kind of missed some of this right here, but it looks like Arrow Volley, Boromir, Aragorn, kind of short work at that kind of existing army there that Mordor was helping to support his ally. He's got to be careful. He's gonna lose this Nazgul. And Clever at this point, his economy honestly should be really good. Yeah, he's got 875 CP, so Clever really hasn't been touched since kind of the early to mid game. I mean, we're still technically, this is towards the latter portions of mid game, but he really hasn't been touched for the most part since then. And it's mostly because, you know, Andy's been putting such pressure, I think, and the Mordor player has been he's been forced to kind of help his ally a little bit. Okay, is this, okay, Lone Tower, okay. Okay, there's defensive Horn, Boromir from Word. Aragorn's trying to take down this this barricade expansion there, and I think Word he's just struggling. He's just hanging on at this point. There's really not much he can do with this kind of just continued pressure. You know, Mumakil. It's nice to see Mumakil on the field. I didn't realize he was making those. It's kind of nice to see them. I have not seen Mumakil since I came back to this game, so they're obviously one of the most iconic creatures in Lord of the Rings, so it's nice to see them. For this kind of situation, though, I really think Fell Beast would have been a better choice. I think he was CP capped there for a while, you know, and I really think, again, there was no threat of archers. You know, a Fell Beast would have instantly changed the game, I think, in terms of harassment, in terms of defense, would have flipped it. And then Mortar could have gone back more on the offensive, you know, with his units, because the men players just wouldn't have been able to pressure as much. They could have split up the units, certainly, but they wouldn't have been able to pressure as much with the Fell Beast kind of defending those things. So now we see Mortar, I think Mortar's been sending his ally tribute because his ally now has Aragorn, and I think at this point his ally is just trying to do the best he can to hang on. Mordor is trying to pressure Clever now, so he's got a lot of units coming, and Clever's trying to distract the Nazgul. So if I were Clever, I'd probably run this group. There's nothing here. You know, it's easy for me to say because Clever doesn't. I mean, he doesn't know for sure, but I think he knows at this point. There's really nothing that the men player can do, and I would probably run this group of Rohirrim around, you know, to the Mordor base. Just have them running around. Now Clever, he's gone archery range and he's upgraded it, so he's trying to get rangers. He's upgraded his fort with fire arrows, so he'll be able to counter that Mumakil somewhat. We've got 2 of them on the field. Like I said, these are very nice. I have not seen these since I started playing it. You can see the Herodrim on Mumakil. I gotta say, this game's graphics just on Ultra certainly has held up really well. Ooh, poor Faramir. Oh my goodness. He just got absolutely crushed. Absolutely crushed by these Mumakil. You can see the fire arrows with the Rangers and the fire arrow defense. See, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of power points being awarded to Clever. I just think the Fell Beast was the better option at that point. You can see Andy, because he really hasn't been touched all game. He went upgrades. He's got such an insane eco right now. This might be a GG push. This should be enough to take down the fort. I don't know if he realizes he can take down the fort. He might just be, because there's Boromir here, there's Aragorn, so he might be a little just tentative. I don't know. Let's see if he doesn't have any of his powers back. He can't really defend this. And the Mordor really can't offer him anything either. There's a worm usage. If he could take down the blacksmith, that would at least slow down Andy from buying upgrades. That might be something he may have not seen. I don't know, he may not have seen the blacksmith, but he should have seen it. He had eye there, so he could have scouted a little bit. He got a level 3 farm down. Not bad, but I don't know if that's going to do anything. And we see at this point, Mordor is still buying. He hasn't really advanced. He hasn't really got Corsairs. Corsairs, you know, with fire bombs, Herodrim, maybe a few more Herodrim archers potentially. So it looks like this is a GG push. 2 sets of Rohirrim. That's just insane. Oh man, nice fort defense by Word. I don't think that's going to be enough to save his fort, but kind of Word was just on the defense from the very start. I think, you know, just going to Rohirrim that early probably wasn't the right decision, even with the eco start. You know, just making regular knights at the start. Knights would have been cheaper. He wouldn't have had to upgrade his stable. You know, they cost less money. That just probably would have been the better decision. You know, having both the mix of infantry and the knights early, the cheaper knights early. We finally see a Fell Beast on the field. I think this would have helped a lot more just if it was out earlier in the game. Right now, you know, it's a little bit too late, I think. Let's have a look at PowerPoints again. So at this point, Mordor's probably I think the worm side's on the side of Rain of Fire. I don't have the PowerPoint tree right in front of me, but he's really his only choice right now is to kind of hold off, you know, as long as he can, see if he can get Rain of Fire. But basically, at this point, Clever's not going to be pressured anymore. So basically, Clever is going. They're trying to kill Mordor's eco. And that's GG. So kind of a very entertaining game. It was certainly fun to watch. I love watching 2 versus 2s. Just a little bit of thoughts about the matchup in general. In general, I think um, a 2 versus 2 combo with a team of Forces of Light faction with a Forces of Darkness faction, that in general is going to be a little bit stronger than say a double Forces of Light combo like Men. Now Men certainly, you know, both Men players, they played very well in sync. They had the early game strategy down. They doubled the top Men player, and because of the top Men's player's decision to go really just extremely quick Rohirrim's, it worked out well, and he was just on the back foot, I think, most of the game. Um, so no, it was a very fun game to watch. I'm very glad to see Andy is back playing again. Um, Certainly, it's been a long time since I've played with him, so exciting to see some of the old players starting to come back. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.